Welcome back to Establishing Faith. This is 21 Days of Leadership, and I am Victoria. As always, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you guys here. Today, we are talking about what to do when it's just not working for you, when your organization isn't scaling according to plan, when your family is having a difficult time, and you think you try everything and it's just not working, when your growth strategy isn't working, when your confidence is just plummeted and hit the ground. What do? How do you move forward? And how do you recover from that really hard hit? So, whenever things go wrong, as they will in leadership and in life, it is our responsibility as leaders to lead ourselves first to God. Usually things really start to go wrong in life when we forget the basic, simple principles that keep us strong. So when we lose sight of our foundation and we stop practicing the things that are working, when we try to change too many things at the same time, things go wrong. But sometimes things will just go wrong. Things will just break. If something can go wrong, it probably will at some point in time. And as leaders, whenever we are moving through one of these difficult situations, what do? Do we just drop everything, shut down? Or do we try to find a way to innovate? Do we try to find a way to come to some really creative solution? And that's the underlying principle. Number one, what have we lost sight of that was working that we just stopped doing? We got busy, we got chaotic, something happened, and we just stopped doing the basic foundational things that work that keep us going. Number two, when was the last time you poured into yourself and you were poured into by God? You sat in the secret place, you prayed, you did something that nourishes you. You did an old craft that you used to love when you were a kid, when you got outside, spent some time in the sunshine, or went for a walk, or woke up early to journal if that's something that you love. When was the last time you did that? 9 times out of 10, things really start to go wrong when we as women are not holding ourselves first, when we are not being held by God, and when we are not holding ourselves. So how can you do things that hold you, that nourish you as a woman? Number 3, when was the last time you actually did an audit in your organization, in your business, in your family, in whatever situation it is? When was the last time you did a really cohesive audit of everything that's happening, every single person working in your organization, every single piece that's in your business? What are you going to do? How can you audit and see who's there, who's not there, what's working, what's not working, and take inventory of how much money you're actually spending, of how much time you're spending doing things like social media, doing things like research. We've all been there. We get caught in the scroll trap. How can you take your life offline more and more and more and really connect with the people that are in your life? That will build your confidence. That will help you develop strength in your relationships with your team members and with your family. And when you have strong relationships with your team members and with your family members, you get to have the foundation of strength to move through anything. When you are able to pour into yourself and nourish yourself and be held and nourished by God, you are able to pour into others. You can't pour from an empty cup. You need to be poured into yourself first so that then you can move forward and pour into your team members, your organization, your family, your friends. And that way you have the bandwidth to actually solve the problem that's in front of you, to come to an innovative, creative solution, to use complex problem solving and critical thinking. But you can't do that when you're burned out. So how can you rest and nourish yourself today? I love you guys